Good morning. This is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
In 2016, KELOLAND Investigates began looking into problems in South Dakota's prison system when correctional officers came forward after being injured or leaving the job out of frustration. The turnover among prison staff was running between 30 and 50%, depending on the facility at the time.
Now, despite Governor Nome stepping in to shake up top leadership at the Department of Corrections, turnover and positions that go unfilled remain high. KELOLAND's Angela Kennecke has been looking into why that's such an issue.
In some cases, turnover at the prison seems to have gotten worse, at least at some facilities. At the end of May, the Department of Corrections' large facilities had a turnover rate of staff between 30 and nearly 60%. The state penitentiary in Sioux Falls and the Mike Durfee State Prison in Springfield both had a turnover rate of about 30%, but the women's prison in Pierre saw a nearly 60% turnover rate. The number of open positions at those three facilities ranged from 21% to nearly 30% at the women's prison. When you can't keep staff or fill positions in corrections, it can be a real challenge for people working there day in and day out. Brandon Balsavage left his job of 3 years as a correctional officer at the state pen in Sioux Falls.
If we were in West Hall, there is about approximately 197 inmates in West Hall. One person is walking an entire unit for a 12-hour shift.
Who backs them up if something happens?
Right now, basically everybody else has to abandon their post just to come to those units.
Balsavage says he left out of frustration. Coming up in tonight's KELOLAND News investigation at 10, prison promises not kept. We look at what was supposed to change after the shakeup last year at this time and what's actually happening behind bars. Plus, we see how a pay raise that just went into effect for correctional officers may not be enough to make a difference.
We are hoping to learn more about an incident that closed a major highway in northeastern South Dakota last night. The Aberdeen Police Department says it happened on Highway 12 between South 2nd Street and South 5th Street. Authorities described it as a critical incident.
Highway 12 was closed around 8 o'clock and reopened by 8:30. Aberdeen police say more information will be released this morning. Stay with KELOLAND News on air and online for updates as they become available. 2 men are dead after a crash during Tuesday's storm in Charles Mix County. The South Dakota Department of Public Safety says it happened west of Fort Randall Casino just before 3 o'clock Tuesday afternoon. A car was westbound on Highway 46 when it lost control in the rainy conditions.
It then went into the eastbound lane and collided with an SUV. Both drivers were pronounced dead at the scene. South Dakota's Highway Patrol is investigating the crash.
Turning to weather now with meteorologist Scott Munt. More warm days on the way, Scott.
Yes, we are looking at temperatures to remain in the 80s for highs, a little humidity thrown in there too, dew point temperatures staying in the 60s. And we'll try to interact with that humidity in the form of showers and thunderstorms. That's what we have right now in north central South Dakota. Showers, thunderstorms that continue to slowly move to the east, and with their slow progression, well, you can expect locally heavy downpours. Now, we do have a marginal and slight risk for severe weather today. It covers central and northwestern South Dakota. As our numbers are starting in the 60s and 70s, winds are light, and we have areas of fog yet again. Chamberlain down to 0, Marshall down to 0. We've improved in Worthington, but still at 2 miles in Huron and in Mitchell. So for today, expect afternoon high temperatures to hit the 80s. More details on your forecast with Brian coming up.
Thank you, Scott. Crews are busy cleaning up downed branches and trees in just about every park in Sioux Falls. That's a lot of debris when you consider the city has 80 parks. McKinnon Park may have some of the oldest trees, so once again it was hit pretty hard and saw a lot of damage.
City crews had plenty of branches to haul away. They used an ATV to drag some of the bigger limbs so they could load them into dump trucks.
Meanwhile, the tree drop-off sites are once again open in Sioux Falls to help people with storm cleanup. One site is located near 12th Street and Lyon Boulevard. It's
open each day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The city will also waive tipping fees at the Sioux Falls Regional Landfill through July 30th. Mueller Pallets will also accept storm debris.
And Tuesday's storm also brought with it some eerie green skies over Sioux Falls. Many viewers sent us pictures of the green clouds.
And according to Scott Munt, hail of this nature is caused by the interesting phenomenon with some hail. To learn more about the green skies, you can visit this KELOLAND.com original by Jacob Newton online now. Good Samaritan nursing homes in Clear Lake and Lenox will be closing this month. The residents will be relocated, but the closures will leave empty buildings in those two cities.
City officials in Lenox hope the local facility can be used for its best purpose. The Good Sam official says the organization is exploring future options for the properties. A three-day event centered around all things skateboarding kicks off in Sioux Falls tonight.
From live music to a pop-up skate park to panel discussions, organizers say there's something for everyone during In-A-Skate Sioux Falls. It's all happening at or near Levitt at the Falls.
So whether you are a skateboarder and you already are familiar with the sport, or whether it's completely new to you, we hope that you'll come and learn with us and explore what this is all about. You know, skateboarding really is a bridge that unites people, and we hope that people will come and see that.
The festival kicks off at 7 o'clock tonight with a panel discussion and a concert from the Smithsonian Jazz Masterworks Orchestra to follow.
And that's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, weather today. Well, we're watching these clusters of thunderstorms, and of particular interest is what's been going on, as Scott just showed you, around Mobridge. We'll keep an eye on that the next several hours. I think that it's safe to say that some of this has kind of blown up a little faster, a little farther south. The concept is there, though, for these things to kind of bubble up today. So I think it's probably safe to say that at least this will get a little bit more numerous as we work our way through the day. I would kind of fast forward some of this depiction on Futurecast. Instead of 6 o'clock, this could be your early afternoon weather map. And then, of course, some of these things can pop up even farther south as we go through time. So just kind of keep that in the back of your mind as you're planning your day. I know initially the radars haven't been too busy, but that can change with all of this humidity, and we're just kind of looking for the first couple dominoes to fall and see what happens after that. Also, I want to bring to your attention Sunday. That's probably the next more significant weather day across portions of eastern KELOLAND. We still have a lot of homework to do on how this thing's going to shape up here. But if you've got plans for the weekend, just kind of keep in mind late Sunday afternoon or Sunday night, we could be looking at some pretty mean storms, especially in Minnesota, but eastern South Dakota certainly could be part of that mix as well. 80s today. We've got those shower and thunderstorm chances kind of painted across a large swath of KELOLAND. So, you know, everybody's got at least a shot here getting something today. But again, it's that typical July pattern where these things pop up and somebody gets the rain and somebody else nearby won't necessarily get that. All right, mid to upper 80s Friday, Saturday, chance of organized rain a little lower. Sunday, better shot at storms around, and I also think Aberdeen will be in that same category. Now, moving beyond that, day 6, day 7, we're going to drop that humidity. So at least in that regard, I think it'll feel a little more comfortable. It'll still be plenty warm, but not as hot for Pierre and even Rapid City. We should see highs returning to the 80s there as we kick off next week. Find out more coverage on your weather online at KELOLAND.com and have a great day.